Yep.
All right. Hello, everyone.
Hello, hello, hello.
I hope you're all doing well. I hope the music isn't too weird. Forgot to turn that down. Alrighty. Welcome to the stream.
Hello, and thank you for tuning in, everybody. We've got 13 people here right now, so thank you to all 13 of you for hanging out here. Sorry about being a little bit late. We were having some audio issues, but we are here now, and that's what's important.
Still might be having audio issues.
Yes. I'm gonna move chat.
So what are you doing today?
This
is Paul's stream.
Yes,
so
I know.
If you couldn't tell by the
thumbnail. I am starting the process of counting everything that is in here. So last stream, which was a while ago, we haven't been here in quite some time. I broke down the gunship, which is what I'm building, the Clone Wars version of the gunship. I broke it down, and this time I'm going to be counting all of the pieces and making sure that we have everything, and then hopefully next time I will have ordered everything and it will all be here, and we will be continuing this. There will also be probably off stream, I'm going to try and find the minifigs.
Thank you, JB Bricks Kiln, or as we know, just Bricks. He changed his name. Did you know that?
I can see there.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, we're on all chat now. Are you on all chat up there?
No, I'm on top chat.
No, you're on top chat. Yeah, there's more people.
Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Now I can see. Congratulations, Emery, on getting verified on BrickLink. I assume on BrickLink. Does BrickOwl do verification in the same way?
I don't remember.
I don't
think so. I feel like I just signed up and it worked.
Okay.
I don't remember anymore.
Let's see, who else? Already said hello to Just Bricks. Hello, Sunita. Hello, Brick Outside the Box. Hello, Cynthia. And hello, Fun Brick Creations. Alrighty, so I should probably get started on this. So basically, I hope the part sheet is the same in both of these, and it's not like divided. Okay, there isn't one in here. That solves the question. Uh-oh. Wait, this is one. This is two. Is there no part sheet?
No, it should be at the end of two, probably.
Yes. Okay, there we go.
That would not be good.
I'm kind of used to a lot more pages of this after Hogwarts. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to be starting with white and just counting everything and making sure that it's all here. I'm going to need a piece of paper. I really should have thought this through.
It's okay. How's everyone doing today? It's been a couple weeks since we've streamed now.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, we skipped 2 weekends, I think.
Yeah.
But we're back now. Something we're thinking about doing, actually we will be doing next weekend, is we're going to start potentially alternating the time. So we'll try to stick with Saturdays, but like this Saturday, at least for our time, it's in the afternoon. Next Saturday, we might do it in the morning, and then the following Saturday afternoon, next Saturday morning, back and forth and back and forth. Just so we can hopefully, there's a lot of people who can't watch the streams all the time because they live in a different part of the world or whatever, or it just happens to fall in a bad time for them. So we're thinking about alternating it. And it will make it a little different for us too. Instead of here's the thing, I guess like 3 o'clock in the afternoon is fine, but it's also kind of right in the middle of the day. It's a little weird.
Always have to stop whatever it is we're working on to come in here. Not that we don't like being in here.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a good excuse to stop doing something.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But
yeah, there are times though where it's right in the middle of stuff. Like I'm working on a project right now, actually.
Yeah,
I'm right in the middle of it. Didn't quite get it.
I didn't start, but I really should have done the first coat so it could dry. I'm finishing a Murphy bed that I'm building myself. I have been finishing a Murphy bed for like the past, would you say, it's definitely been more than a month now, right? That I have been finishing the bed.
Yeah.
Because we're in March now.
100%. It's definitely been over, oh yeah, because you cut it in January.
Well, you know what they say, measure 8 times, cut 4 times, still mess up.
Yeah.
So, that is, yeah.
Yeah. Hello, Jack. Hello, Emery. I'm going to say hello to everyone. Hello, Just Brick Kiln. That's hard to say. Or JB's Brick Kiln. Sean, hello. James, hello. James, hello. Lego Military Mox, hello. Sunita, hello. Ben, welcome back. Lots of people. All right, let me read the chat down here. It's easier for me on my screen. Emery said it took about a month to get verified. That's a while.
Yeah, a lot. There's been somebody in Discord. It might have been you. I can't remember names, but there's been somebody who has been waiting like 3 weeks now to be verified, and they post semi-regular updates in Discord. They still have not been verified.
Oh, was that you, Emery? Interesting. Yeah. No, some people get verified super quickly, and other people, for whatever reason, it just takes like a decade, apparently. Very weird. Took about a month. Very interesting. Sean says no vlog this week. Unfortunately, no vlog this week, or last week either. The past 2 weeks we've been really slacking, unfortunately. But okay, the camera's like fluctuating in brightness, but we will be all back to normal coming up this week now. The camera is going to visually change. I apologize. Hopefully that looks better though. But yeah, we've been slacking a little bit on getting videos out. Oh, that looks super dark. Is that super dark? I don't know. It's a little more contrasty. It's very dark down there, but up there it looks good.
Have you noticed that it's no longer washed out?
I don't know. It's like the saturation's so high. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but we had cranked up the saturation before and it didn't accomplish. You know, YouTube is just an enigma.
The way YouTube, I think we've said this before many times, the way YouTube compresses and then sends the video to you guys is bizarre, and it's really weird.
Okay.
Okay, I have a question, and you're not going to be able to hear over Paul pouring the pieces, but can you guys hear any music in the background? Or is it like ridiculously low? Or does it just sound terrible? And I just didn't have music.
Okay.
James, 4 weeks. Jesus, I don't want to commit to the time adding parts in inventory, then wait 4 weeks for verification. I mean, here's the thing. Well, actually, I don't know. I don't know how this works, but some of you guys might know. Are you able to continue adding to your inventory? Oh, wait. No, you probably don't have access to the inventory until you're a seller. I was going to say, you could take those 4 weeks to grow your store while you are...
Well, here's the thing. You can grow your store using Brickstore and putting on all the remarks there and growing your inventory, and then just upload that as an XML.
That's true, actually. Yeah, you could totally have your inventory, and then if you have to wait 4 weeks, during those 4 weeks, be parting out sets and stuff, putting them in on a BSX file. Did you say XML?
You put them in a BSX and then you
export
upload
an XML,
it.
yeah. But if you use like Brickstore or Brickstock, if you know what that was, no one hears any music, but that's okay.
Probably for the best.
Maybe, yeah. Anyway, yeah, putting it all in a BSX file, and then that BSX file you're able to then upload after you are live, and then you could have a big inventory, which would be pretty cool. Yeah, Funbreak Creation says I had access only to the inventory after I was verified, which makes sense. Makes perfect sense.
What do you think is going to be the best way to do this?
I have no clue, to be totally honest. You might want to make a photocopy of this.
And print it out.
And then you can like cross it off as you do it. Actually, I bet you that's the best way to do it.
Okay. I'll be right back.
By right back, you mean you're going to take 2 steps?
Yep. I don't know if they can still see me.
James says, I almost exclusively sell minifigs on eBay. The idea of parting out sets and having thousands of lots is terrifying. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. So we've begun the used part, and that's something you'll probably see, if not in this upcoming week's vlog, for sure in the following week. But
we're going to test out whether the red line is still there.
Oh, okay. Our printer was broken for a while. Anyway, we've begun with used. With used? Yeah, with used. And the amount of lots you have is crazy. And then when the lot count goes up, the potential for mistakes is ridiculously, ridiculously high. So something we just did the other day, or did you not want to mention it yesterday?
I don't know what we did.
Auditing?
Oh, I don't have an issue with
Okay, yeah, so we brought in a contractor. I don't think it would be a problem, but we brought in a contractor to essentially, so here's the thing. I guess Kyle, Paul, and I are spending time in the store and we're parting out sets, we're adding used pieces, we are packing orders, which takes a lot of time. Lots of different things. Whatever it is we're doing it, and then we're spending the time doing that to build the inventory, and then that's it. We are then leaving the store, we're done for the day, whatever it might be. We're not coming in and, as we should be, going through the drawers and being like, okay, let's pull out drawer 1, let's look at the digital inventory, figure out what's in drawer 1 and if it matches the digital inventory. Perfect, it matches, put drawer 1 back, pull out drawer 2. We're not doing that. We're not going through and auditing or doing an inventory of everything to make sure it's accurate. So yesterday, we had a contractor come in for the first day, one of Paul's friends, and she came in and started to, she was here I think for 5 hours and got through like 250 drawers. We had just showed her how to do it, so it also probably depends on what drawer, what's in what drawer and stuff, but got through 250 drawers or something over the course of about 5 hours. So the thing is, did you get a confirmation on 17? We believe
my phone's up there. You can check. To see
we
if she
believe
sent
that
something.
she found 17 orders. Sorry, 17 errors in the course of 250 drawers, which is crazy. Almost really bad, actually. What's going on?
It cuts off. I think this paper is slightly bigger than 6 by 11. Oh.
It is. It's 8.5 by 11.
Yeah, but see how it barely cuts off the number, and that's kind of what I need. So I gotta try and figure out a good way to do this.
Paul's just having his own problems. But anyway, she came in and she did an inventory for us. So that was our big first contractor that's coming in. I don't know why I'm saying contractor. She's a contractor that came into the store. Other than that, we're doing used outside contractors that we're giving to people. They don't sort it here. They sort it at home. They can see you in the corner there.
They can?
Yeah, they
excellent.
Can. Yeah, but I was going somewhere with that, and I don't remember what it was.
Perfect. Okay, I found the perfect combination.
That was in response to, I think, James and saying having so many lots is terrifying.
Oh, no, I didn't.
The more lots, the more errors. The higher your error rate potential is going to be. And yeah, I agree. It is scary, personally. I don't like the idea of making mistakes. Actually, there was... Oh, never mind. I won't find it. Okay, what questions do we have here?
If it's about the dark gray, they already know about that. That was in a vlog.
What dark gray?
When I really messed up.
What did you do?
You don't remember the Ninjago set?
Yes. Yes. If you guys saw the, you probably have seen that vlog at this point, but essentially Paul screwed up pretty bad, and he put dark. What did you put? You put dark gray on the wall that was not yet.
We had two. The set was really big, and so I basically I put things away a little bit different. Normally we kind of put them away as we go, but in this case I made a consolidate pile. I made a go on the wall pile and a new lots pile, right? A consolidate and new lots pile. And what happened is I confused the two piles.
Yeah.
So all of the ones that were supposed to be consolidated went on the wall, and all the ones that were new, I don't know what happened to them, but so I had to basically go through from 1 all the way to 3,472 and pull out every dark bluish gray and count them. And that was a really fun afternoon.
I thought that took you a couple days, didn't it? One day?
No, it took me 1 day.
Oh, okay. Because it was sitting here for a few days.
It was a full day. It was a full day.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's that worry with making mistakes and stuff, which is why, the contractor came in and she went through some drawers, and if, in theory, if she's coming in and we're having to pay her, but it's not something what we are spending. If we were spending our time doing an audit, it wouldn't really be worth it because we'd struggle to add pieces, pack orders, all that kind of stuff. So the audit, it's probably worth it financially because in theory, if she finds an error and fixes it,
there's got to be a way to do this.
Specifically an error where we don't have enough pieces to fulfill however many it says we have. If we don't have enough of that, then it costs us money when we have to go refund something, potentially ship something twice, all the problem things that we solve. So having her do an audit and then come in, I think the plan right now is she'll just come in once a week or something.
Yep.
And she'll work for like 5 hours or whatever. And she'll just do blocks, and she'll continue all the way through the inventory. And then right now, based on the fact that she got through 250 drawers, we have 3,500 drawers. That's going to take 10, 12, 14, 16 weeks. So like,
and then she'll start all over.
Every maybe 4 months, we can get through our whole inventory. So that's probably good. Back in March, this is back when we were using no, hold on. That's not right. It must have been like June. I don't remember. Whenever we used Brick Packer and we opened up our BrickLink or Brick Owl store for the first time, back when that happened, Brick Packer, for whatever reason, made a mistake, and that's why we stopped using Brick Packer. It had doubled up inventory things where we could sell it on Brick Owl and BrickLink at the same time, and then we would have like -5 in our inventory or something. And something happened there where I just said, okay, stop. We shut the store down. And Kaylee, my sister, and myself went through the entire store. Now we didn't have this second wall yet, so we probably only had maximum 2,000 drawers. So maybe 3,000 to 3,500 lots that we had. But we went through the whole inventory over the course of 3 days. We printed out spreadsheets of what should be in every drawer and went through everything. And if there was an error, and we didn't fix it digitally right away, we wrote it down on the sheet in like red pen, and then it was in a stack of paper, and we found dozens maybe hundreds of errors. Maybe not hundreds, maybe up to like 150, 200.
Okay, what actually is going on here?
What are you doing? I don't understand.
Okay. So it's cut off over here, right?
Correct.
And then there's this much blank.
Oh, I see.
I think it's
Lego Military Mox says, does anyone else hear some white noise? Did the white noise just disappear? If so, that is the music that's not playing. But yeah, we did a big audit back, it must have been summer sometime. Yeah, crazy. Took a long, long time. Oh, James has a great idea, Paul. Why don't you just print the instructions rather than copy them?
Thank you, James.
You could do that. I mean, in theory, this would have been easier.
In theory, that requires this printer to be connected to one of the computers.
Yeah.
This printer...
Oh, is it not?
Can they see me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just barely.
This printer is sometimes connected to a computer. We'll find out.
Yeah, we got a good question from Multigasm Geek who said, did you fix or replace the scanner? Nope. Not yet. We've been slacking over the past couple weeks in terms of, I don't know, maintenance? You want to call it maintenance? The garage has become a disaster. We're very bad when it comes to we have to clean up X, Y, Z before we do something else. It's like, we'll clean it up later. We'll do this other thing. We'll part out something instead of consolidate or whatever. It just hasn't been good. But no, we haven't bought a new barcode scanner. I saw a message here somewhere. Mr. Chills a Lot says, why don't you just buy a good scanner for more money and that lasts a lifetime? That'll be the plan. The scanner we bought initially was like, if we were to go buy it right now, I think it's $66 or $55 or something like that, which is probably worth it. It's a pretty decent one. But the one we had purchased was used, and it was $9, and that's the one that hit the bucket. So, unfortunately, that one didn't make it. But it was $9, and it lasted, what, 8 months, 9 months, $1 a month. That's reasonable, I think. But yeah, we're gonna get another one. Mr. Chills says you could use a USB and not connect it to a computer.
Yeah,
or like a USB stick.
That's what we've done before, but it doesn't like it.
Oh, interesting. I thought you got it to work.
I think we had the USB. I think we used a mail to connect it from there to the computer directly, and then share. Yeah.
Chris from the Great Brick Lab says, "Hey, driving home, awesome. We're talking about how we haven't purchased a new barcode scanner, and
the printer doesn't work.
Printer doesn't work. Paul's trying to print something. It's a mess here in our store. Ben, welcome back to the stream. I saw another question here. No, I guess I did not find another question. Oh, yes. Emery says, so Evan, is it normal to not have any orders yet? I mean, you can check out my store and see if it's any good, real bricks. You know what? We shall check out your store. That sounds fun. I'm also bleeding now. I have cut myself somehow. But that's okay. We'll deal with that later.
Maybe we should have had a third week of no stream.
What was it? I was checking out Emery's store, BrickLink. Okay. Yeah, let's check out your store. James says, are there not barcode scanning apps that you can download on your phone? There are, and this is something Paul brought up, actually. It would be nice to be able to use your phone. I personally, like, for me, the workflow of it would not work well. To have to get your phone out, swipe up, find the app or whatever you're doing, make sure it's synced with the computer, and then line up your camera to scan the barcode. My most concerned thing with that would be if we have two drawers next to each other, or one in the background or something, and you're trying to scan one in the foreground, and it sees the one in the background. The camera is not like a barcode laser where it's reading it like that. It's actually looking at the whole image and trying to find a barcode. That'd be my concern with that. But yeah, there probably are apps that you can download. James says, just have Kyle do it. Problem solved. Sunita said, try to move a book over the printer. We have a lot of suggestions here, Paul, to try to fix your printer problems. Okay, I guess back to the barcode. I had a point. I was going somewhere. Do you know where I was going?
Nope.
Yeah, neither do I. Not sure. But on great news, something we haven't set it up yet. But did you not want to say it, Paul? No, let's say it. We got a cart, finally. Finally have a cart. It's not set up yet. It'll probably be set up today. Yeah, actually, almost guaranteed it'll be set up today. It's exciting. Or maybe not today, but by tomorrow. We'll be picking with it on Monday. So we will have the cart that we can push around. Oh, I know where I was going with barcode scanner. With the cart, we're going to use a tablet to pick the orders, not a computer or anything. It doesn't really make sense. So with the iPad on the cart, what's going on?
It's not connected to the network, Evan.
I'm sorry. With the iPad on the cart, we can scroll through, pick the orders, whatever it might be. With the barcode scanner, these do work that way. They can they can pair with Bluetooth, but we want to make sure we're able to pair the barcode scanner with a tablet, so we can do inventory from the tablet without doing it directly on a computer or something. That's where I was going with the barcode scanner situation. But yeah, super exciting. We finally have a cart, and we'll open it really soon. Okay, Real Bricks, you are in the UK, I believe. Yeah, it looks like it. Oops. So let's check out your store. You know what? Give me 1 second. We can actually look. We can watch your store. Or Real Bricks, you would have to say, yes, this is fine with you. But is it okay if we show your store on the screen so everyone can see it? If that's okay with you, then we'll do that. If not, that's totally fine as well. I'll just look at it. Ben says, what is the current lot count goal?
6,000, I think.
6,000 is what we talked about for the end of March. We didn't hit our 5,500 at the end of February. Unfortunately,
we've been really slow the last couple days. Last couple weeks.
Well, hold on. What are we at now? The problem is actually once you get, you add 50 lots, 100 lots one day, and then part of them sell the next day, but then even that following day when you add another, you part out another set or whatever it might be, so many of those lots you already have in your inventory. And because you already have them, they're not brand new. That's why used is amazing so far, because every time we stick currently, every used piece we put in our inventory is a brand new lot. So 6,000, James says maybe Paul had too many tater tots.
Tater tots?
I don't know.
I haven't had any tater tots, but I want some tater tots.
Ben T says 5284 according to Discord. That doesn't get updated every day, unfortunately. Let's check our store real quick. We also have a ton of things in stock room A that just need to be gone, just need to be gone through.
Edited?
Checked. We have a ton
Analyzed?
of things. I don't know. We have a ton of things. I'm streaming to Lone today because Paul is having a relationship
I'm about to
with
give
the
up.
printer.
I'm giving up.
Okay. Currently for sale, we have 5,233 lots. In our inventory, we have 5,301. So I guess 70 lots that are currently I don't understand James's thing. Currently, we have 70 lots that are in the inventory, but we need to double check some stuff. Go to Best Buy and get a new printer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wish.
That would fix it. Okay, let me figure out if I can do this safely in a proper way. Okay, so let me just mirror my screen really quick. And then we will show Emery's store, who I think said didn't have any orders yet. But when did you get verified? You've only been verified for a couple days, Emery, is that correct? Or like super recent? I would say that's almost not unheard of if it's super recent. Okay, so. I wish I could crop. I don't think I can, but that is okay. Emery, here is, well, let's get your store up here. Hopefully everyone can see this. And is this your store, Emery? That's the beginning question here, I guess. Is this your store, Real Bricks? So we'll go through this store. West Sussex, United Kingdom, does not ship to me. So you don't ship internationally, which is okay. I think that's totally fine. I think international is one of those things where you have to be ready to do it, and you have to like
understand how.
Yeah, you need to, I think, feel comfortable first with the regular shipping, I guess. So Emery, do you only ship to the the United Kingdom, or do you ship other places as well? Probably Europe, I would assume. So first of all, no PayPal fees, only a 5% handling fee. As I'm a new seller, every part is new and fresh, so feel free to shop with confidence. 99.9% of our parts are brand new, and we package them well, ready to send. Minimum spend is £5, and all instructions are 10. It's not 10 cents, is it? What is it? 10.1 pound.
Pence?
Pence? Is that what it is?
Pence, I think.
Okay.
At least that's the slang.
Yeah, I don't know if...
I don't know what it's actually called.
Anyway, I will pack and dispatch orders as soon as possible within 2 days. We use boxes
Pence
or bubble
or quid?
mailers. Quid? Yeah, I know. Quid and aren't they the same thing? Pennies? 10 pence. Okay.
Oh, okay. I was right.
10p. Okay, yeah, that's okay. Cool. Although I'm a new seller, I have experience selling Lego on eBay, so don't hesitate to make your purchases. I'm happy to respond to questions and provide pictures. Royal Mail delivers quickly to Europe. Yeah, okay, so cool. You ship to Europe, which is great. Thanks for looking, and check out my store for cool parts. Here's your shipping policy. So it looks like it cost £1 to ship 0 to 100 grams. Is that accurate? Quid is like $1 selling for £1. Okay, thank you, Ben.
Okay.
Oh, cool. Now I know.
The more you know.
We should get that little rainbow animation.
Imagination.
Yeah, okay, so 0 to 100 grams is £1. Is that a good shipping rate, or are you losing money on that? I'm not entirely sure. I guess shipping might be cheaper over there. Over here, it costs minimum, well, now it's a minimum of $3 to ship. Pretty much no cheaper than that. So that is UK Royal Mail second class larger letter domestic. Royal Mail second class medium parcel domestic, $5.50. Okay. Okay, so $3.40. Wow, so it costs less than £1 to ship over there. That is amazing. That is fantastic. I wish that was the case here. That it would cost like, you know, $1.50. That'd be awesome. Well, that's great. Okay, so it looks like your shipping prices are good. I would say personally, and maybe, is this a screenshot or is this, oh, interesting. Can I change these? Oh, that's bizarre. So just to let you know, I'm able to change these numbers here on your thing. Now,
Is that
technically,
just because you're inspecting?
no. I won't actually, obviously, like, if I click enter or something, it's not going to change your page, but I don't know how this is formatted. It might be a little bit weird. Okay, here's the store, all the countries you ship to, which looks pretty cool. You got a lot of stuff there. I think, obviously, most of Europe and stuff over there. Yeah, Ben can help you out a lot here, I'm sure. Shipping methods looks good in terms of what you have there. Payment policy looks pretty fine. I don't think, there's a lot of things there. You accept euros, pounds, US dollars, PayPal is your shipping method. So that's no problem at all. What I would say for your store terms and conditions, personally, I would not say, I don't know. I guess it's up to you. I wouldn't personally charge a PayPal, or sorry, a 5% handling fee. What I would either do, and you have your minimum buy set to £5, which I think is good. The truth is, I don't think you're going to make much money if someone buys £5 worth of pieces, and then that minimum buy, they meet the minimum buy, but then you have your 5% on top of that. It's not like a ton of additional money that I think you're making. What I would just do is probably either say, I would say, like, we charge $1 extra or £1 extra for every order, or £1 fee, or just something along the lines of make your minimum buy maybe like a little bit higher, or something like that. I think for most people, fees don't look good. Now, that may be hypocritical because we have a fee if you don't meet a certain minimum buy. But other than that, we try not to have fees. I would probably say the hardest thing here is just, I can look at your pieces and stuff, I guess, which we can get back to here. And so you have 877 lots, which is a good amount of lots to start out with, I think. 7,846 pieces. Pretty cool. You can see people have viewed the page. So there's 135 people that have looked at it. So that's, not that that's like a ton of people, but that's pretty good, I think. Sorry, hold on. Let me scroll up in the chat here. Kind of the mouse ball. And see if you said how many days you've been open. Doesn't look like you did say that, but for only a few days open, maybe I'd say it was good. LifeBrick Studios, thank you so much for a super chat. You're amazing. I am reading the chat right now.
Thank you.
Trying to figure out what exactly is being said here, because I was saying stuff and then I wasn't reading along with things. Ben says, I agree with Evan. A fixed handling fee is better than a fixed percent. As for a 100-pound order, you're charging an additional $5 for the order. Could lose that order. It rewards higher value orders, but it also discourages tiny ones. James says, fees are used to slow down orders if you get too many. I would tend to disagree with that a little bit. And LifeBrick Studios, welcome to the stream. I watch your stuff. It's pretty awesome. It's cool that there's like back and forth here, which is cool. Fees are used to slow down orders if you get too busy. I would probably argue against that, actually.
Yeah, I would increase the prices of my items.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, make the price higher. If something costs, $10 for whatever piece, very expensive piece, it's a $10 piece, make it $11. Raise everything 10% in price or something. And I think that'll slow down orders, but keep your profit higher, as opposed to charging fees where you might just lose people altogether, but you're not really making a ton more money. LifeBrick Studios, wondering if I could get some store tips. Do you want me to look at your store, or do you just want some general tips, or do you have any specific questions? It says, awesome, appreciate you watching the vids. I watch yours here and here and there as well. Yeah, it's really cool. Just Bricks, or Ben, or JB's Brick Kiln. Now there's 3 options. There's 3 things. It says, oh boy, baby's really fussy tonight. That is not good. Real quick, we'll jump here back to Emery's store. Again, congratulations on opening your store. I would say, in terms of you having to wait a little bit and stuff, just hang out. You're going to get orders over time. If you need to, I would say lower your prices a little bit in the beginning. It's not the best over time to have lower prices, but if you can, like, just to get those first few orders, specifically because if you look in this upper right corner, there's triple zeros. You know, 0 praise, 0 orders, 0 fans. Now, obviously, you have one review or one feedback, which is good. But I would say for 0% praise, that's what makes a lot of people say, oh, this isn't going to work. You know, 0 orders, they're probably not going to order. So lower your prices a little bit just to get a couple orders. Once you have a couple orders and you have, you know, some positive feedback, once that praise says 100% praise, you know, and 2, 3, 4, 5 orders, then I'd say you can bump your prices back up, I assume, at the 6 months sales value is what you're here. You know, you have a few orders then and some praise, and people can probably then, they will more trust you. What I would say is do not, again, technically you can do whatever you would like, but I would say don't lower your prices 10, 15, 20% below the 6 month sales value forever. I wouldn't recommend doing that, as then you're kind of just, you're lowering the whole market value. Over the course of the next 6 months, the value is going to go down because the value was $1. Now everyone's selling it for 90 cents. Well, now the value is only going to be 90 cents over the course of the next year or whatever it is. Okay, real quick, back to LifeBrick Studios. I'm wondering if I could get some store tips. I saw there was more here. Something. Oh, yeah. What were you?
I believe that he had said that he had an eBay store and sold Legos on there. Maybe when you complete eBay orders, include maybe not a business card because those cost money, but some sort of printout or something, bringing them to your BrickLink store, because that way you can get some buyer conversion there.
Okay, so LifeBrick Studios says, awesome, appreciate you guys watching. Maybe check out Indie Brick Den. Alrighty. Every time I click on the username and then it goes to sending you a message, and that's not the case here. Alrighty, so let's take a look at your store, Indie Brick Den, located in Indiana, United States, shipped to the United States. So based off of, you know, the first page here, I'd say it looks pretty good. Especially, and Emery, this is something you can do as well over the course of the next few, after you get some orders and stuff, or even over the next few minutes if you want to. That's, I think, what I was trying to say. But essentially, if you look here at Indie Brick Den or LifeBrick Studios, his store here, instantly we have, I guess, things thrown in your face. In terms of, there are pieces here right away on the home page here. You know, these are the hot items. So really quickly, let me switch over. Let me show you our store as well. And we'll get back to yours in just a moment, LifeBrick. Let me show you our store for 1 second, and then once I show you this, same idea. Oh, just kidding, false alarm, actually. I lied to you. This is our store, where nothing gets thrown in your face, apparently, so that's wrong. But on our shop page, and this is something you can change in BrickLink, we do have, okay, interesting.
What?
The featured items is not the thing that showed up initially. Well, I am totally wrong on what I thought was going on here. Anyway, we'll switch back here to Indie Brick Den, but right on this page, yeah, I know, I don't know what our store looks like. On this page, we can see that, like, there's things instantly thrown in your face. I would assume, you know, you can see this says hot items. I'm assuming that, you know, these pieces are put in there, like often, or changed out and stuff. You know, these are, according to the listing, hot items. These will sell fast, and they are the cheapest on BrickLink. So, you know, based on the fact that if they're the cheapest on BrickLink, they are going to sell. Period. I think. Cheap things on BrickLink do sell. Not that that's the best thing to do constantly, but you know, this idea for hot items, as long as it's rotated out, I think, you know, often or whenever. As they sell, probably. And this will mean everyone. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, just something that you might, instead of using the word cheap, you might want to say the best deal on BrickLink. usually associating the word cheap with your goods, people don't think money, they think quality.
Yeah, that could be true. The benefits of this, and if we go back here, they're all new. So these are all in new condition, which is good. Life Bricks, do you do all new pieces? Oops. Or do you do some used as well? If it's all new, it's difficult to... Oh, I also see you're running a sale. So if you see the top left or top middle orange bar kind of going across the screen, it says 20% off all parts, 10% off all minifigs, 5% off all sets. So you're running a sale right now. That is definitely, obviously, for someone that comes to your store, going to be an attractive thing for them. Now, the question here, I guess, is... Oh, and yes, Butt Chop, welcome to the stream. Paul, would you like to show Butt Chop what you're building?
Oh, yes. I am building the Clone Wars style gunship. Well, correction, I'm not building. I am counting pieces for it. I had disassembled it last stream and sorted it, and now I am counting to make sure I have every piece, as this was a used set I pulled down from the attic. So after some printer failures, I am now counting and then writing down what is missing. So, yes. You may continue.
Okay. Yeah, so this is his set from when he was a kid. It was kind of partially built. He took it apart, and now he's cataloging it so he can actually
build it again.
Yeah. Okay, going back to this a little bit on the front end. Yeah, running a sale is great. If you're running a sale, though, and your prices... and I don't know. I can't say that I've like tested this specifically, but Paul and I have thought about it, and I don't know that it's legal or allowed.
Having a sale 24/7?
No. We've talked about if your prices are higher. Like, let's say your prices are for a piece is $10, and you raise the price $1, and now you put it on sale 10%. It goes close to $10 again. You know, a little bit below. Technically, the sale is right about the 6-month sales average, but is that allowed in terms of having a sale that you are, so the items are on sale, so it looks like they're on sale, but the price is actually what the 6-month sales average is? I don't think it's illegal. I don't think it's wrong. It's a little confusing. It's a little like...
Well, here's the thing. I was told at some point in my past, so I can't exactly remember who told me, but I was told that it is illegal to... actually, yes, I know, at least in the UK, I believe this was illegal because a company got in trouble there. Running a sale 24/7, never ever stopping it. So the actual price is what your sale is. A sale needs to be periodic. You can't set the sale price as your actual price and say that you're having a sale. So things actually need to be discounted.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. So like where I was going with this is having a sale is good as long as your sales aren't 50% off, but you raise the prices crazy high. Because lower prices are going to get more people into your store. In addition to that, sorry, let me correct that. Lower prices are going to get people into your store as long as the prices are actually fair and it's not like weird. So a sale will get people in as long as it's not weird. What am I saying? I don't even know.
I don't know what you're saying.
I don't know where I'm going with this. Anyway, let's get back to this storefront. So the storefront I think is great. You instantly have things in your face as to what you should buy and stuff. 4,795 lots is awesome. If you look in that upper right-hand corner, 2,713 orders. Lots and lots of orders, which is great. Way more orders than us, more than double us. So that's awesome. Congratulations. You've been doing this for a while, though, I think, from what I remember. But you see that number to the left of the orders? That says 100% praise. So obviously the goal is to have a high praise value, to have a high whatever. Ours is like 99%, which is fine. And anything I'd say below, if anything less than 98, like 97 point something or lower, personally, in my mind, if I'm shopping, I would kind of question it. 98, 99, 100, I think I'd go with any of those for any reason. Because obviously there's certain people who are going to give a neutral feedback. There's some people who are just going to be unhappy with stuff, who give bad feedback, all these different things. But if you can hit that 100%, stay with that 100, that's fantastic. Okay, so Lightbrick Studio says everything is 6 months sales average with the 20% off the top, nothing ever raised above purposely. Yeah, I wasn't saying you were doing that. I also wasn't saying that's a wrong thing or right thing to do. I was just Yeah, I don't even know what I was doing. I was just putting that thought out there, I suppose. Diane West, welcome to the stream. Brick Brothers Brick Shop, welcome back. Lots of bricks, welcome. Butt Shop, I think I said welcome. Who else do we have here? Big and Legal Lego guys, hello. Welcome to the stream. Okay, yeah, been doing this as a living for full-time for 4 years, but the last 6 months I've crushed the previous 3 years, been growing insane. Yeah, 4 years, that's awesome. Yeah, we were doing BrickLink on and off or I was, for 5-6 years almost now. And then the past year has been actually doing some stuff. Emery says, added some cool parts to the featured now. That is great. People will come in, instantly see that there's featured stuff. Now, LifeBricks said he kind of wanted to see the back end. I would say based on the fact that you have almost 5,000 lots, that looks pretty good. My scroll is so weird today. In terms of variety, it looks fine. You know, you have a few sets here, which is good. We don't sell any sets personally, which is totally fine. It doesn't matter if you do or not, but you have a lot of parts here, which is great, and it looks like a lot of minifigs as well. Minifigs definitely sell well. If you have the ability to get your hands on minifigs, I would say minifigs are, those are the thing to sell, I think.
Yeah.
They always sell. They sell for usually much higher values than pieces. And the orders are super duper easy to pack. The orders like take, I don't know, maybe, in all honesty, an order with maybe 5 or 6 minifigs, I could probably have packed in like
I saw. Okay.
2 minutes and shipped, not like at the post office.
17.
17 errors?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, that's bad. But yeah, looks good here in terms of your diversity and stuff. Books. Have you ever sold a book? Comic books. Interesting. You got some gear on here, so you have some clothing accessories, which is cool. Okay, so the dots bracelets, nice. Some rings, pretty cool. Instructions, 10 instructions. So you're not, this is something we do. Our lot count is bulked up significantly by instructions. I don't know how many instructions we have actually, but we have a lot, and it's not the best. Let me see if
I need to do another purge.
Yeah, so we have a lot of instructions, but other than that, you know, it looks good here in terms of the variety of pieces you have. Now let's go to your terms and your splash and feedback page. Okay, let's see, do you have a splash page? You do have a splash page. So real quick, I guess for anyone who is relatively new to BrickLink, there's a few different pages that you can have as kind of your main thing. So one of those pages, or sorry, the thing people come to, the first thing people see when they get to your BrickLink store page. So one of those is the splash page. One of them is the terms page, and one of them is the featured items page. So we just kind of talked about the featured items, and it's on your shop page, and you can feature a few certain things. And then the second one, and this is the one we personally have, is the splash page. And then there's your terms, and we'll go over the terms in a second. But the splash page essentially is a place where people, you know, it comes, this shows up, and this is what you see first when you get to the store. So in this case, it's not the case. So I would probably say most people don't click on the splash page unless, you know, this is the default. I don't think most people look at this page. But let's go ahead and read real quick through your splash page. It says, welcome to Indie Brick Den. Since 2008, I can't speak today. Since 2008, Indie Brick Den has been collecting, selling, and building with all this amazing building block product. Since 2011, we've been serving all your LEGO needs. I would almost personally, this is a little weird. Amazing building block product. I know you're talking about LEGO, and maybe I'm just nitpicking here, but I would say maybe right from the beginning, you want to make it sound like you're selling LEGO, not like you're selling building block product.
Yeah.
Because those are kind of those eBay listings you see where it says like building block pieces or 2x4 brick pieces, and then it says compatible with LEGO. Again, I might just be nitpicking here in terms of what is actually written, but you might want to change that to LEGO. But since 2011, we've been serving all your LEGO needs as a reputable seller on BrickLink.com with a wide variety of pieces, colors, minifigs, and more. Take a look around, and I'm positive you'll see something you're looking for. Feel free to contact me with any questions or concerns by messaging me on here. I check messages frequently, so expect a quick reply. I would say don't capitalize the A, but again, that's just me looking at grammar. So if we look over here, it says stay alert as we do have over 100,000 parts and 100 sets to add once I have time to do so. Is that still accurate? Something I've found personally that's probably the hardest thing is keeping things up to date. And this might be up to date, and that's totally awesome. Sorry, there's a vehicle driving by outside. But essentially, for me, it's like we'll put something somewhere, or I've tried to stop doing it, but I'll put something somewhere that says, we have this happening then. And then I don't do it, or I don't
take it down.
Or whatever after the date passed and stuff. And I'm terrible at updating things. So I would say if it's just another thing on your list. Obviously, if it's accurate, leave it there. But keep in mind, you do need to take it down, because there might be people who are like, okay, I'll wait for your 100 sets, and then it just never comes, and they never actually buy from you. If it's not there, they're going to come to your store and maybe buy something you do have, or they just might not buy from you at all, but at least they're not waiting for you.
Yeah,
just nitpicking.
On that, another one of my random trivia bits that may or may not be true because I can't remember. But there was a computer company a long time ago. I want to say it was called Oscorp, but I also feel like that's the name of the company from Spider-Man. So I don't know. But there used to be a company that made computers, and they promised that their next product was going to be absolutely amazing. And so everybody stopped buying their current products, and then they went out of business. So you just, as for saying that you have all of these sets waiting, that might not necessarily be the best thing. Rather say that figure out how many sets you add regularly, and say we add this amount of set. We are constantly adding new pieces, or we're constantly adding hundreds of new pieces or hundreds of new lots or whatever it is, rather than saying I'm waiting on all this stuff, because then they might hesitate and say, well, I'm not going to buy now. I'm going to wait for this, and then you don't ever get the money to actually do those things.
Yeah. That's something I think we've kind of learned as well. Oscorp is definitely the Spider-Man company.
Okay.
Definitely.
Now I got to look up what the what the name is.
Was.
Yeah.
So Lightbrick Studio says, honestly, the splash haven't changed that in a while. Based on the fact that the splash is not the page. Wow, I just faded in between and paused it. Based on the fact that the splash page is not your default page, I would say the likelihood that people come here and really read it is very low. In reality, people probably don't read the splash page very often anyway. But other than that, so it looks good. Follow us on social media, which is cool, to learn more about upcoming items that you might be able to purchase. I think that's fantastic when you get other things involved. Right below that, it says YouTube.
Osborne.
Osborne, okay.
I searched company that went bankrupt after saying next product is amazing, and the first hit was the Osborne Computer Corporation.
Okay. Oh, not Oscorp.
No, Osborne.
Okay. That makes much more sense.
Yes.
The only thing here on your terms page, which...
Oh, they have an effect named after them. Sorry, I keep interrupting. The Osborne effect. Yes.
Is right here where it says YouTube and Instagram. So I don't know that it matters. I haven't seen that it actually matters besides one point, which was when Pop's Block Shop actually had his YouTube stuff, like information, on his BrickLink store page. And essentially the BrickLink people or whatever said, hey, you can't do that. You're advertising to other different platforms, pushing people away from BrickLink, and they shut his store down for a couple days. And it was down for like 2 days. So not that this is bad that it's on there. Just be careful, because he did have his shut down for just saying, like, oh, I have a YouTube channel as well. So again, maybe just leave it there until something happens. Once it happens, I think he had it, his store was closed for a day, but he had it back up pretty quickly, within a day and a half, 2 days probably. But he just had to remove the information from his page. But it's very weird. So I don't think, have anything related to YouTube. The biggest thing I'd say that you can do if you want to push people to YouTube, push people to Instagram, stuff like that, is we have this little business card. And I guess I'll go behind the camera and show it so it's a little more clear. It just, at the end of the day, says thank you. Let me see if I can focus this. There we go. So you can see it just says thank you. This is our back of the page. But on the front of it, you can see it has our logo, just a brick in the bucket. Then it says BrickLink, YouTube, and Brick Owl. So the benefit to that is that, okay, now let's focus back over there. We're not doing anything wrong or against the BrickLink terms, advertising on the page, but everyone that purchases sees that we have these other platforms, and if they want, they might go check it out. So that's an idea. What's up, Will Harper? How are you?
Hello, hello.
Anyone else? Soulflame, welcome to the stream. Cynthia, welcome to the stream. I can't remember if you were here earlier or not. Diane says, I love your t-shirt, Paul. Paul, what is your favorite Lego?
What is my favorite Lego? Like piece or set? I can't really say I have a
Probably
favorite
set.
piece.
Not piece.
My favorite Lego set is the Sandcrawler, which is that I keep looking over there because it's actually in a box over there. I really want the UCS Sandcrawler. I think the Sandcrawlers are just really cool. But I will eventually build my old Sandcrawler again. It's kind of fallen apart more than a bit. Maybe after the gunship, but that's a really big set, so I don't know exactly when I'll get to that, or maybe I'll just skip it and get the UCS at some point. But yeah.
Cool. All right, back to the is this the splash page? We're on the splash page still. Let me zoom in so you guys can see it if you're on like a phone or something. Over here it says order steps below. Very simple outlines. What happens pending. It hasn't even been acknowledged that the order's placed. Processing. We've seen your order and we'll start to get your order ready. Ready means your order has been picked and bagged and the invoice has been sent. Paid, you've paid for your order and I made sure your payment went through. Packed, your order's been fully packed and ready to be shipped as soon as possible. And shipped, obviously it's in the mail and requested. Smart thing here is you have the rest is on your end, received and completed. That is smart, especially, and even feedback on there. That's something that a lot of the time, and I'm curious how many people out there actually, Soulflame says get the UCS, spoil it yourself.
It's expensive.
Diane West actually says my name's Boston, not Diane. Whoa.
Interesting.
Interesting. Welcome, Boston. Sorry.
Can't say I've ever met a Boston.
Never met a Boston?
No, I didn't know that was a people name. No offense. I don't mean that offensive way, but I didn't know that was a people name.
I feel like I've
Boston
heard of the
is
name
probably
Boston,
named
after a person.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, it's smart here, I think, that you have the received, completed, and stuff, because a lot of people, I'm curious, how many of you guys out there have something where it says it was received? Or like, do people actually say that it was received, and then do they say it was completed? Because for us, most people don't.
Oh.
Like never, almost. Or if it's marked as received, we as the sellers cannot mark it as completed, even if it's like 5 months later and it's clearly been delivered and stuff, and they left positive feedback. So it's forever an open order until it gets purged from BrickLink, which is weird. The only thing I'd say here, if you look at this here, it says processing and ready. So based on this and LifeBricks, you said that you haven't updated the splash page in a while. Is this your pick process in terms of pending? Someone places an order and then you have to send an invoice and all that kind of stuff. Do you have instant checkout? I think I can check that actually. I can't remember how to check that. I guess I can add something to the cart real quick. Oh, you have these too, the dark blue aircraft fuselage? Everyone has these. They're terrible. They never sell. Have they ever sold for you? Okay. Minimum buy not met. What's your minimum buy? You have a $5 minimum buy, which is fine. Probably good. Let's add a set. You have 2 of these. Let's get both of them. We'll add those to the cart real quick. Okay, view the cart. Okay, so you do not have instant checkout. That is something I would say for you as a store, the size that you are and probably the orders that you're processing per day or per week, absolutely. Maybe this is just because I have a set in the inventory. Hold on. Let me delete that real quick and get some more pieces. But if you don't have instant checkout, I would absolutely say you want to implement instant checkout. It takes a little bit of time to set up in the beginning, but instant checkout is going to be something that okay, so now we've hit our minimum order. Yeah, so based on this, the shopping cart, 29 items, 7 lots. We hit our $5 minimum order. We have $15.34 here. But shipping and handling is still to be determined. Sales tax to be determined, which is fine. That's always to be determined. But proceed to checkout. I'm not going to go through with this. I'm not going to actually place an order. I don't really need more of these blue aircraft fuselages. Okay, yeah, so Lightbrick Studio says about 6 to 10 orders a day. That's fantastic. LifeBrick says, not going to lie, have not been able to figure out how to set up instant checkout. Well, I have a video series, not to self-promote or anything, but it's called, I don't even know what it's called. It's called Navigating BrickLink. It's called Navigating BrickLink. Diane West, or Boston, says, I'm Diane's granddaughter. I think Diane West is Diane is our neighbor next door. Boston is her granddaughter.
I didn't make the connection that...
Do you know her?
No, I never met her.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, I met Diane, but
Yes,
I've never
yeah,
met
of
her granddaughter.
Well, hello, Boston. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, so 6 to 10 orders a day. I would go check out Navigating BrickLink. It's very simple. You just need to, you know what? I don't know if I want to show. Hold on. Let me real quick. If you want to, LifeBricks, if you're available to pull up a computer or a laptop or something, I'm going to see if I can go and show you guys this without having to blur out a ton of information. If I do have to blur out a ton of information, then I'm not going to do it. But I might be able to show you right now how to set up instant checkout. Instant checkout is amazing, though. People go to your store, all the weight and, for the most part, dimensions of stuff is set in the BrickLink, in that actual piece information on BrickLink. So when they come to your store, for us, we just have, actually, no, we still do, you can request an invoice, but we have a lot of people who do instant checkout, and it calculates everything right away, the shipping, all those charges and stuff, which is absolutely fantastic. Because if you're getting 6 to 10 orders a day, that means when an order comes into you, you personally now have to go and invoice that order. Now, based on your splash page, which again, you said you hadn't updated in a while, which is totally fine. So based on your splash page here, kind of your order in which you process stuff here is pending. We've not yet acknowledged, and then processing is when you check it, when you see that order, you check it, and you check it as processed or processing, and then the way we process stuff, we say it differently, but you package that order for them, you get it all ready, and then you weigh it and you send the invoice for the item. How often, LifeBricks, do you have to wait for that item to, do people ever not pay? Because they definitely place an order for us and then don't pay. Oh my gosh, Thomas, you are insane. 50
Thank you
euros,
so much.
A 50 euro super chat, you're amazing. LifeBricks will be right back with you in just a second, but read Thomas's message here. Says, I like all the tips and the how-to series. They're very informative and helpful. Thanks, and keep up the good work. Well, Thomas, thank you so much. Honestly, thank you. It's amazing.
I think that's a record.
That is probably the biggest super chat we've gotten.
Thank you so much. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much. Yeah, actually, coming out in the next, so this week we have some more how-to stuff. So not BrickLink specific. I mean, it obviously goes with the whole BrickLink workflow, but not on BrickLink itself, but instead on some external programs like Brick Freedom and Brick Store.
I think you had told me that.
Brick Store. We're going to do some more tutorials on how-to stuff. So, pretty cool. Okay, so let's go back to this. If LifeBricks, if you're going through this and you have your, you have pending, processing, ready, paid. After you pack the order, how long does it take for someone to pay, and do you ever have people that don't pay? Okay, I do need to change that to begin with since I don't pack until they pay anyways. Okay, fantastic. Yeah, so anyone out there, I would say don't go along the lines of packing the order and stuff until you have been paid for that order, because you're spending the time now to go put the order, pick the pieces off the wall, put them in a bag, package them up, and then send the invoice to the seller. Which obviously takes a lot of time, and your time, literally the money that the time that you're spending equates to money. If you're spending a lot more time in your store picking orders that might not be paid, then you're going to lose orders. And LifeBricks, I'm no longer talking to you specifically, I'm just kind of talking to everyone. Definitely wait until you've been paid to pack an order, because there are definitely people who will not pay. Okay, real quick, let me go back over to my settings for just a moment, just to check to see how or if I'm able to okay, I don't see any.
Oh, okay. Yes, Boston. I do remember. You held Ozzy, my snake, a while ago. I do remember that.
A while ago?
Yeah. I'm not good with time. It was back when I was still in the studio. 8.
Okay, so I'm just checking to figure out.
I should bring Ozzy on stream one time.
That'd be interesting.
I think that'd be fun. One day I will bring Banana on stream. Once he's a bit bigger.
Banana is your little lizard. BrickQuest, welcome to the stream. How are you?
But it's small for now. Eventually he will, I don't know, probably like half of this table, hopefully. He'll be big boy.
Well, with his tail, how big will he be?
About that size.
Oh.
5 feet counting the tail.
So that's this whole table almost.
Yeah.
Crazy. Okay, I can't. Why? Hold on.
I would bring Reginald out, but we'd never find him again. Reginald is my gecko, and if I unleashed him in here, he would be up in that attic and gone.
Okay, so I think I'm able here to. Okay, real quick. So JB's Brick Kiln says, "Ugh, I knew I shouldn't place an order from this seller. They're charging me $5.10 to ship, 11 ounces from New York to Maryland. MD, Maryland, right? Yeah. That's like an extra $2 from what it actually costs to ship. Yeah, so I would personally prefer, well, actually, here's the thing, I guess, Just Bricks. Was it invoiced to you, or was that like an instant checkout? If it's an instant checkout, I'd say it's totally fine. If you place the order and then they invoiced you, that's when I kind of think that from a buyer's side, it gets a little not nice, because you're like, oh, what is this? What are these extra fees and stuff? Lego Military Mock says, if you have a snake, can you please give me a heads up when you bring it on stream? I'm not a fan of them. Yes,
that's a good point. I hadn't even thought of that.
It won't be a random like, oh, look, there's a snake. It'll be like, that probably won't happen, to be honest, because we'd have to bring them in here.
What about lizards, though? Is anyone scared of lizards?
I don't know. Okay, so I don't think there's any problem here with me showing this page based on what I scrolled through. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. So I'm going to show it.
That's when you're going to accidentally find out that your tax ID is on there.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, no, nothing's on here. We should be totally fine. So, alrighty. This is our shipping settings page. So if you hover up here to the My Store and you click Settings, you'll be brought to a page somewhat like this, and then you click the Shipping tab on the left side here. So once you click that shipping, you'll have different shipping methods. Stand by. Let me cut away, double check our shipping methods, make sure there's nothing on this page. Okay. So we have 5 shipping methods, essentially. These 5 shipping methods are relatively basic in terms of, yeah, so Just Brick says invoice, so that's not cool. Anyway, these are our 5 shipping methods. So you can see the status of these 2 has instant checkout, and that's what this little kind of lightning bolt means. And this is our US shipping. So we specifically have US shipping set to instant checkout. They can place the order and pay for it right away, which is the easiest way to do it. But we'll go into one of these shipping methods. So we'll go to eco-friendly shipping. This is our kind of standard shipping method where everyone or most people select. So once you're in here, you name it whatever you want. This is what the person sees. You can group it into a group if you want. We don't have any groups. And then you can have a note, and the buyer will see this note. So in this case, we say your order ships with multiple lots in the same bag. And that's because with eco-friendly, we use a lot less bags than a regular shipping or our standard shipping method. If you select standard, you get each piece, or correction, each lot in their own individual bag, as opposed to different, pieces all mixed in the same bag, which would not be ideal, or if you have an order of like 200 or 300 different lots.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this is what we say. We have your order shipped in the same bag. You can put whatever you want to tell that buyer there as a small description for the shipping method. Then you need to enable or disable the shipping method. In this case, obviously, it's enabled so that people can select it. Now, this is the important part here, invoicing. You want your shipping method that is with the invoicing option selected as automated or automatic, which is the recommended option. And then it says final price is shown at checkout, and the orders are invoiced automatically. Now, this can mean one of 2 things. Either they can select everything and they can go through and they might be able to place the order and then they can pay after the fact, which to me doesn't make any sense. I'm not sure why that's the case. Or, as most people, they can pay instantly with instant checkout, which is ideal and what most people end up doing. So automated needs to be selected here, not manual. If you select it on manual, this is where, for example, probably LifeBricks right now, if you have shipping methods set up, manual is where you will have to send that thing, the invoice to the people. Now, down here is also extremely important because if you don't have this stuff set up, they won't be able to do instant checkout. So this is also what helps to allow for instant checkout. So this is the destination, where it's going. Let me really quickly save this. Okay, just that blue bar is gone. But this is where it's going and how much does it weigh and how much does it cost, etc. So pretty easy here in terms of what we have. 0 to 4 ounces. And I don't know if I'd use these numbers. You can if you want. Can't select automated, says LifeBricks Studios. What? That's bizarre. Does it say anything when you click it? I'm wondering if maybe you, I can't show you the other page, but on your, I think it's display or payments page, you do need a PayPal account linked directly through your BrickLink store. And I can't show you that because it does have numbers on it that is our PayPal information. But on the left here, if you click payments, it'll bring you to that page there. Make sure your PayPal is linked up. And then in addition to that, you need to select PayPal, I believe, as your main source, which isn't necessarily, I guess that doesn't need to be your main source. But PayPal, there's a few that need to be, or one of a few needs to be selected in order for people to do instant checkout. So yeah, LifeBricks on your payments page, do you not have maybe PayPal synced with BrickLink? That could be the case. Oh, okay, so LifeBricks says now I had it on weight band, or I had it on flat rate. Cool, so yeah, in the weight band, or in the destination and base rate, there's a few options here. So, international, anywhere, or domestic. In this case, for this specific shipping method, we have this marked as, this is it marked as US. So only US people can actually, or US buyers can actually select this option. But domestic obviously means same country. We personally have it in the weight band selection. So this is where, for example, if your order weighs 0 to 4 ounces, it's going to cost $3.97. And the benefit to this is your buyer knows that instantly because when they're checking out, they just pay for it, the $3.97, and it shows up in that checkout thing. So like Just Bricks or JB's Brick Kiln a few minutes ago said he was charged 5 something for an 11-ounce order. Now in our case, that would be $7.86. But the benefit to that is you would see, also his was going short range. If it was going, it would cost about $5 to send if it was going to like California to New York. But yeah, if it was California to California, it would probably cost us like $4 to send it. Anyway, so for example, you had 0 to 4 ounces. This is our weight band, our first one. It costs $3.97. I would say most of our orders, this is what it ends up being. And they can check out instantly. Now next, JB's Brick Kiln says not 11 ounces, 0.11 ounces.
Oh.
I see. Yeah, that's a little too much, I think. My bad. Yeah, no, at that point, I think it's a little high. For 11 ounces, I was going to say $5 is probably okay.
Gotcha, are they overnighting it?
Yeah, okay, that's crazy. Anyway, the weight bands here, your ounces, just you need to figure out what it costs with whatever source you're sending stuff to, and that's where you type in all your weights and stuff there. And once it's all typed in and it's all calculated out, people can obviously place orders and stuff, and it'll automatically fill out their shipping information, or fill up that thing. So hopefully, if you scroll down, I guess I can show you this really quickly. At the bottom here for tracking, for domestic, it automatically adds tracking when the shipping fee is over $1. Never right now, based on the fact that we don't offer free shipping, never will people not have the option for a tracking number. All orders, because all orders cost at least $1 to ship, will have a tracking number. So that is fair. they'll have the tracking thing, and then handling fee. This is where we set up our little thing. We don't have a minimum buy, so if someone wants to come in and buy 1 cent worth of Lego, they totally can. But they can apply, or it will apply a $2 fee when their order is less than $2. So in theory, and I've said this many times, it makes much more sense for people to come to our store and then place an order for $2, because at that $2 mark, that's the absolute minimum you're going to pay anyway, plus shipping. So most people, we do get a few orders that are just a couple pieces and there's less than $2, and they just have they pay that fee, which is totally up to them. But this is up to you if you want to add that handling fee. There's a lot of different options here, which are pretty cool. You can I'm not going to click through them all because this is our active shipping method that works pretty well. But there's a few things you can add handling fees when when it's price, or when it's the weight is too much, or when the total costs too much, or whatever it might be. You can do different things.
Can you set it for a certain amount of lots?
Let's see. We can click this. So add a handling fee. The printer's doing its own thing now. We can add a handling fee with a minimum lot value. So if they hit the minimum lot value, or if they hit a minimum lot value, there's an extra fee or something. So if you have too many lots, add a fee. Minimum buy, so if they have a item total over, which is what we have here. So, or sorry, we have the opposite of that. We have a minimum buy when the item total is less than, not over. So you can technically add a fee when someone places something that's like $200. You add a $10 fee. I don't know why you would do that, but you could, I guess, if you want. But in our case, we have the lower fee. There's also a fixed % of the sales price, fixed % of shipping and handling, fixed % of the total, a payment processing fee. I would totally recommend against a payment processing fee. Don't do that. First of all, you can't do that in other countries. A lot of other countries besides the US, you're not supposed to add a payment processing fee. It's actually illegal. It also, like we talked about fees a little bit earlier, it just looks weird, and a lot of people don't end up buying. Restrictions and adjustments, you can add restrictions here, which means certain people can't, they can't check out, or they can't do an instant checkout and stuff with certain things. So like if it costs too little or too much, can't do an instant checkout. They have to request that invoice and stuff, or they won't be given this shipping option. And then something else we do here, and this is because we package it in bubble mailers and boxes. If they pay, or if their order costs, if it weighs just under 4 ounces, like 3.99 ounces, we're going to charge them, or shipping would charge them 3.97 ounces. Sorry, $3.97. But when you add a bubble mailer and the little bags and stuff, this is actually going to weigh more than 4 ounces because theirs weighed 3.99 ounces. So adding all that up, it is going to end up costing us more to ship it. So we have a 15% little markup. This is not accurate. I wish you could scale this, because for bigger orders, it usually comes in a bigger box and stuff, and it scales a little bit differently. But with smaller orders, it scales okay. So that would bump them up into this 518 or the 4.01 to 8 ounces, the weight band, so they'd pay a little bit more, and that helps us pay for shipping and stuff as well. Not shipping itself, but the shipping supplies that need to be factored in and stuff as well. So hopefully that kind of helped. But again, we have a few different shipping methods. So eco-friendly US and standard shipping US, you can see the notes here. Your order ships with multiple lots in the same bag for eco-friendly. Standard shipping says your order ships with each lot in its own bag. And then we have international shipping, which is eco-friendly and standard as well. These you can see are invoice only. That's just because depending where it's going, constantly I feel like the rates are changing, and if we can get it in a smaller box or different things, sometimes it's cheaper with different methods. So for international, we still send out invoices, but for all or most US domestic shipping things, we try to do instant checkout so that we easily, we have the payment that day, we can pack that order. We try at 1 o'clock p.m. is when we have our cutoff time. If you place an order by 1 o'clock, there's probably a 95% chance it is going to go out the same day. Within the next 4 hours for where we pack and stuff. And that only works because people do instant checkout. How many pieces are you missing?
A lot.
Oh, really?
I am currently here, and this is everything I'm missing.
Oh, no. I mean, how many pieces do you not have?
I'd have to go through and count.
Oh,
this is how many I have. So,
I see.
but this is not everything. If, for example, I just skip I don't bother writing it down if I have everything.
That makes sense.
So I'm missing.
Interesting. And then one more thing here. If you look at the bottom, I'll cut back to that one more time. You can see there is an option down there that says request for invoice. This is for anywhere. You know, anyone can use it in any destination. Specifically, this is for the people in the United States because we have instant checkout. So in the event something doesn't work, which could be, you know, they're trying to buy a set or whatever it might be. They're trying to buy a piece that maybe doesn't have a weight on it. Some pieces don't have weight, or the weight fluctuates for whatever reason. No, that doesn't make sense. But some pieces don't have weight. So this request for invoice gives everyone the option to still make a purchase if it doesn't let them do instant checkout. So, or if they just, you know, maybe can't pay right away, and they know that they're getting a paycheck tonight overnight, and they're placing a $100 order or whatever. Maybe you probably shouldn't spend money you don't have yet, but whatever it might be, they can request an invoice if they want down there. But that's kind of our shipping method. Hopefully that helped anyone maybe out there. I know I've seen a lot of people who said they're like, Ben just redid his terms, looks a lot better now. Ben also said, why not edit the weight band for larger orders? That's totally something we could do as well. In all honesty, since the USPS just raised their prices again in January, I need to go through and double check all of our prices and compare it, because I just raised our prices a little bit, like one flat thing each tier or each weight band. So I wonder if I probably need to go through and double check all the things. And yeah, you said why not edit the weight band for larger orders? You could do that as well. And I assume that was you talking about that instead of applying the weight margin, because it doesn't scale the same way. And that could totally be done as well. Yeah, lots of interesting things, lots of options for shipping stuff. Actually, tons of options. You just have to go play around with it. But I would say if you haven't checked out the Navigating BrickLink series that is on our channel, I think it's a like 11 episode series, maybe 7. There's a few episodes there where you can kind of learn all the little back end stuff on BrickLink. Not all of it, but a lot of it. And shipping is a big one on there, for sure. Nikolai, welcome to the stream. I don't think I've seen you chat yet, but it says, hey, if you guys have time, I would love to get some help with my store as well. Currently, I have 30% off of parts, and the orders are low. Nick's Bricks. Real quick, Emery said, where do I change the shipping and handling fees? That is in a shipping method. So if you click into your shipping thing, let me just make sure I can show you this. Yeah. Okay, so if you hover over the My Store and you go to Settings, you click that right there. Over here on the left, you click Shipping. It'll bring you to your shipping methods. In your shipping methods is where you can actually scroll down and you can add a handling fee at the bottom here. Again, ours is only added if you don't spend $2, but you can change that as well. Hopefully that is helpful. Okay, so Nikolai Nelson, this is the last one we'll go through today, Nick's Bricks. We'll take a look at Nick's Bricks. I guess real quick, we'll finish up Indie Brick Den. We didn't quite go through this all the way. The last thing we need to go through is the terms. Let's go through this real quick. Very simple terms, it looks like. If the order isn't paid for 3 days, I will send a reminder invoice. If no response in 7 days from the day the order is placed, I'll file a non-payment alert with BrickLink. If you need more time, just let me know and we can work something out. It's never an issue. Totally think that's fair. It's very similar to what we do. Sometimes we don't even wait 3 days for a reminder. I'd say sometimes after 2 days, maybe on the 3rd day, I will send out a reminder. And then on that 3rd day after it's sent out, I'll probably send it like the 4th and 5th day too. And then if it's not there within 7 days, I will probably cancel the order. Most people though seem to say, hey, I can't pay for it, or shipping's too high, or whatever. Most people reply, but I think that's totally fair to cancel the order within 7 days.
We did just get, someone just paid an order a couple days ago that was placed on like February 20-something that I packed like 2 days ago. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That one might have been...
it was an international order. So I don't know if there was something going on, but yeah.
That one might have been... No, I don't remember anyone saying they needed time. I don't know.
That's like...
Although it's only...
That's like...
When did you pack it?
Probably Wednesday.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's like, I don't know, 15 days or something if they ordered it in on the 20th.
Yeah, interesting. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
That's a little weird. But yeah, usually we will cancel an order. I'd say 10 days is probably the max. Unless maybe we heard from them or something. I don't know. Okay, store terms and conditions. If you'd like to keep your order open because you're still shopping, please select the order. Please select the hold order option, open selection during checkout. 72 hours to continue shopping. Just contact me when your order is exactly how you like it, and I'll send an invoice. That's a cool little feature. Again, the downside to that is people could hold their order open for 72 hours and then be like, hey, I need another 72 hours. And it's technically like in their cart because they haven't paid for it, but it's an order that's placed so no one else can get those pieces. So that's definitely a downside. That's a downside to canceled orders, actually, is people place an order. And a lot of international things, we have the option to request a quote. People can request a quote from us, and then we'll tell them how much it's going to cost to ship it and stuff, and then they either say yes or no, they don't want it. When people place an order and request an invoice, and then we invoice, and then they say it's too much money, usually that whole thing takes 3 or 4 days to go through the whole process of like sending the invoice, and they have it, and then they say it's too much, and then we cancel it. Sometimes it's the same day, but usually I'd say on average probably 3 days. That is 3 days when those pieces that they placed in their order can't be sold to other people. Which is pretty disappointing. But maybe be careful with this order hold thing, just because people could
exploit that.
Yeah, and never actually pay, and then especially if it's a big order, if it's like a $400, $500, $600, $700 order, or 10,000 pieces or something. I mean, you can say what. Yeah, just don't say who. But yeah.
Yes. Someone thought that it would be funny to... It would... If it wasn't our store, it would be funny. I will admit that. It made me giggle. But someone was going to be like, it would be funny if I bought your entire store for April Fools and then canceled it. And I was like, please don't. But yeah, something like that. They could use that to essentially just close your store. And obviously, in this case, the person just meant it as a joke, and it's whatever. Just please don't do it. But someone could maliciously do that. Obviously, you have the ability to cancel it, but they could just basically keep spamming that and close your store for a certain amount of time.
Yeah, so. And the thing is, and that's the downside to allowing invoicing, is technically if you allow an invoice, or if an invoice is essentially a quote, or that's the way most people treat it. So I've debated about not allowing invoicing and just people have to place or request a quote if they don't want to pay for it immediately, because that protects you as the seller. If they want to come place a whole order for our whole store, sure, but they got to pay for it right there and then. Right now, that's not how it's set up, which is a little scary, because there could be days where we have our entire 208 whatever thousand pieces not available for sale, which is scary. That would be very bad. That'd be very, very bad. Okay, but yeah, just be careful maybe with that, the 72 hours. Once we hand over your package to the post office, they're responsible if anything's lost or damaged. We'll assist you in dealing with them if possible. Very nice. We only bill to your email address registered with BrickLink. That's fair, totally fair. I think it's good that that's in your terms. Only ship to your PayPal address. That is good, and that's smart. Because if you don't ship to their PayPal address, PayPal doesn't protect you as a seller. So yeah, make sure it's correct. Yeah, that's another stream discussion, I guess. But lastly, happy shopping. Any questions for your order, contact me. Usually ship or reply within the same day. Shipping policy, no additional shipping charges. I guess I could show you this. Cheapest shipping possible is available as default unless otherwise requested. Please let me know if you would like your shipping upgraded. Select priority regional flat rate on checkout. Packages are sent in bubble mailers to save on shipping costs unless otherwise requested. Never add any additional shipping charges. You pay what it costs to ship, nothing more, nothing less. As of now, we only ship to the United States and Canada. Contact us if you live somewhere else. It also looks like you ship to Sweden as well. Just a heads up, that is available and open on your store ships too. But contact us if you live somewhere else, and might be able to help you out. I assume that's what this was. You opened it to Sweden for one buyer, and then you left it open on next day. Orders are shipped the same day or next day after the payment's cleared from the buyer, unless stated otherwise from the buyer. Shipping method, pretty basic. It looks like mostly first class and priority express, similar for outside of the U.S. And payment methods, PayPal on-site and PayPal. So yeah, the PayPal on-site is what will allow people to do instant checkout, which is super helpful. Cool. Yeah, no, this store looks pretty good. I'd say maybe just a few tweaks in terms of the splash page and the terms page, and just be careful with how you process things. And hopefully, LifeBrick Studios, we were able to help you today. I haven't seen you chat in a little while, but hopefully we were able to help you potentially get instant checkout. I hope. That would be very nice. So let's check out the last store here, which was going to be Nick's Bricks. I feel like I've checked out this store before. Is that how it's spelled with an apostrophe there? Nick's Bricks, you're going to have to tell me which one it is. Are you in the UK? Real quick. Okay, so going back to Just Bricks, and his thing says, oh, I see they're calculating the shipping using the retail rate, not what they're actually paying through PayPal. Yeah, that's a little... The downside is, excuse me, it doesn't sound like it was stated on their store. Had it been stated on their store and their terms page or shipping policy, I feel like you would be a lot... Maybe you probably wouldn't even shop there in the first place, but it's a little disappointing, yeah, definitely. Denmark. Okay, you got it. Unfortunately, Nick's Bricks is not showing up in Denmark. Let's try without an apostrophe. How exactly do you spell Nick's Bricks? I know it's basic, unless Nick's. No, that's normal. I'm not finding your store, unfortunately. Can you type it exactly how your store title is? Because BrickLink is very picky in their search. BrickLink search is terrible, let's be honest. Emery says, funny story, I lost my mask when going to the post office to post an eBay order. I lost half of my profit buying a mask from the shop next door. Oh no, that's not good. LifeBrick says just hooked up instant checkout, I think. Can you see if it's all set up? Let's see. Yeah. So I'll go back to your store now. Here, if we go to checkout, it does appear so. So you can see shipping and handling here, $560. That is now a number that is given, and I don't know what weight that's based on, but that's a thing here. I'm going to cut away from this real quick. Let me go and proceed through checkout and see if I can actually yeah, so it looks like it's totally right. The only thing you're going to have to double check is obviously make sure that Butt Chop, have a great night. Got to order some pizza for the girls. Pizza sounds fantastic.
Pizza does sound
We're
really
going to
good.
get pizza. Thank you, Butt Chop, for that. I appreciate it.
From where?
I don't know. We'll figure it out, though.
Okay.
But we're getting pizza.
Okay.
That sounds good. Yeah, LifeBricks, it looks perfect. Just make sure your shipping prices are right. I remember when I had this set up initially, there were definitely a lot of orders where it's like, they only charged you $1 for shipping, and like, or not $1, but like some weird number because of something. So you'll have to play with it and stuff and figure it out, but it appears to work. I have the option to check out with PayPal, so totally looks good. I would say, though, first class domestic says starts with, oh, just kidding, false alarm. Yeah, no, totally looks awesome. Congratulations. You now have instant checkout, and I promise your life is going to get so much easier. You no longer have to invoice stuff. Just be careful with the prices and stuff once again. But yeah, awesome. Okay, let's see if we found Nick's Bricks.
Okay.
Oh, wait. In Denmark. Hope that helps.
That explains it.
Butt Chop says, thank you for the great information. Looks like Paul's childhood sets are from when my son was into Lego. I absorbed all his Lego into my collection when he went to college.
Probably is your son in his early 20s now? Then if so, probably the same time.
Yeah, LifeBrick Studios 560 is based off 8. Yeah, I don't know how much this order weighed, so I would say 560 is totally fine. I ordered some pretty large pieces too, apparently. So yeah, 560 I think is totally, as long as for you have, 560 will allow for you to ship this order and pay for the packing supplies and whatever other things you need to cover. The number is totally up to you as long as you're not losing money. Yeah, totally. But yeah, awesome. It is all set up. Congratulations.
Alrighty, and I have completed the white category.
Yay. Nick's Bricks, I still can't find your store unless you're not located in Denmark and you're lying to me. But I...
Maybe that's why you're not getting very many orders.
Maybe no, I'm in Denmark.
You are on BrickLink, not Brick Owl, correct? This is going to be loud. No one's going to be able to hear anything.
Soulflame. Let's talk about this. LEGO should remove the age range on their boxes. Do you agree with that?
From a buyer standpoint, yes. If I was a parent, maybe not. But then again, I feel like you should know. You should know whether or not your character has the spatial intelligence to be able to put pieces together. But then at the same time, I think now that they have the black box, 18 plus sets, I think that is actually a good marketing decision.
I agree.
That is going to get a lot more people into the hobby. So maybe it's more that they should have sets set for children. Obviously, I have bought sets that are geared for children. So, debatable title, but, 18 plus and then under 18. Or maybe a toddler, well, I guess it's Duplo, but maybe a very young child, and then teens, and then adults as like a separate thing. For example, like Trolls. Maybe Trolls should be a bit younger age, but Star Wars, that doesn't need an age range.
Yeah, I think the age is probably, it's supposed to be, I think, the difficulty of building.
Yeah.
Yeah, Soulflame says, sure, there should be minimum. Nikolai, by the way, you can't post links in the chat, unfortunately, so can you just... Nick's Bricks username is Nick19. Ah, wonderful. Magnus, you're amazing. And Nikolai sent that as well. Am I saying Nikolai right? Yeah, I think so, okay. Nick, 1997.
Oh. Click members.
Oh. Thanks. There we are. Oh, it appears there's a space between... Maybe you did that. Hold on. Maybe you put a space between there and I'm just stupid.
No.
No, okay.
Although autocorrects might have fixed it here.
Yeah, it appears... Oh, that's true. It appears there's a space between the apostrophe and something. Okay, so let's take a look at your store. 78 orders, 100% praise. Let me zoom in a little bit so you guys are able to see. Alrighty. Oh, there we go. So, hello and welcome to Nick's Bricks. So yours starts right on the terms page, no splash page, which I think is totally fine. A lot of people can treat their terms page kind of as the splash page. You have a lot of lots for only 78 orders. How long have you been open? I feel like it says
somewhere. How many lots does he have? Oh, 2,000. That's pretty good.
2,000. Yeah, that's not bad at all. That's a pretty good lot count.
I mean, we were at that not that long ago.
Right. Yeah, lots of pieces here, which is great. Let's see if it looks like they're used and new. Looks like all new, which is
Can you guys still hear me? My mic may have just cut out.
Yeah, I see levels for you. So
okay, good.
Yeah, so it looks like mostly new pieces, which is cool. So we start here, though, on the terms page. This is what your buyers see first. So this might be what you want your buyers to see first, but another option could, since September of 2020, so let's say about 6 months now. So not bad, actually, then at all. I think 80 orders in 6 months is, at the beginning, is a pretty good start, actually. But let's, it may be better to have a featured items. Now, this is the default featured. Sets by newest, and then there'll be parts by newest, and then there'll be minifigs by newest, and then there'll be instructions. Okay, there's no instructions, which is fine. But it might be better to start with the featured page because it shows some options, and when buyers come to your store, they can immediately see things they might want to buy. But you start on your terms page, which is fine. But the thing that we have is we have a terms page essentially in our splash page. So real quick, let me show you that. So our splash page is the default thing that people show up on, which is here. So this is what people see. They see this splash page, and all of our terms are pretty much written in here. The difference is it looks a little bit nicer than our terms page, which is kind of just like the same font and like a little chart, a couple charts fancy, you know? So the splash page might be a little bit fancier. And you can do this with, just, actually you can do it in the BrickLink editor, and you can just kind of edit it. But back over here to your page. This is your store terms and conditions. Says, hello, welcome to Nick's Bricks. Hope you find what you're looking for, and if you need any help or have a question about the parts, please feel free to send me a message and I'll answer as soon as possible. Due to COVID-19, it may take longer for the package to arrive. I think that's expected at this point now.
Yeah.
I think everyone is okay with that now. Please read my store terms below before placing an order to ensure that the order meets your expectations. I aim to provide you with the most pleasant buying experience. So payment, PayPal, which is good. Mobile pay, which appears to be something that I don't know, but it looks, I assume it's used a lot or something there. Orders, small orders have a fee, I think is what this says here. I think that sounds fair. I don't know what this is equivalent to in US dollars. If this is essentially like $1 and this is like 20 cents, that's totally a fine fee. Or if this is like $5 and that's a $1 fee, roughly, not exactly obviously, but something like that would be totally fine, I think. I assume this is not a $50, I mean it's not obviously, but and then a $10 fee.
No, we've gotten DKK donations before, and it's very different.
Okay, yeah, it's obviously different, or obviously different, but yeah. So for buyers outside, there'll be a handling fee, totally fine. I think most handling fees under a certain order amount, like we have, is totally fair. So that shouldn't be, that's not bad at all. Okay, so 50 is $8. So under $8, there is roughly a $2 fee. Ish, not exactly, but something like that. I'd say that's probably fair. Personally, ours is a little lower. Ours is if you don't spend $2, there's a $2 fee, but under $8, $2 fee or $1.80 fee, totally fair, I think. Ben says that's the first line in his terms. Yeah, so for us, actually, where is it on ours? Ours is pretty low. Yeah, right here, under payment. If your subtotal does not total at least $2, a $2 service charge will be applied automatically. So, ideally people would see that, but I don't know that people see that. Again, we don't get a ton of orders that are small, and most people don't seem to care when they check out.
Well, you've never gotten a complaint from someone who just didn't notice and then was upset later that they got charged,
No,
right?
and that's because it's all instant checkout, most of our stuff. So had we not had instant checkout, I think, sorry, I'm off camera right now, but had we not had instant checkout, I think people would be upset. They'd place an order for 1 cent and then be like, why is there $2 on top of it? But with instant checkout, I think it's totally fair. So I guess that's another thing here. If you have instant checkout, obviously it says you have a fee, but if you have instant checkout, people are a lot less surprised because they see it instantly. New parts are from Lego sealed sets. They've been only handled for sorting, storage, and picking orders. Please note, yeah, new does not mean mint, and they may have minor imperfections. Yeah, that's expected too. That seems good. New minifigures do not come assembled. Okay, good that you lay that out. We lay out that we do assemble our minifigs. Used minifigs have been used for display and not play. Used parts may have been played with, but still in good condition.
How are you able to guarantee that your used, unless you get them from a different source, how are you able to guarantee that your used minifigs have not been used for play? Obviously, the stream up there. But there's no way for us to verify that is indeed accurate.
Yeah, so that would be the only concern here, I think, based on what you have. You said non-smoker living in a non-smoking environment. That's all good. Just the used minifigs have been for display only. If you're selling your own collection, obviously you know that. But
Chop says the pizza's on its way.
Pizza's on its way. Ah, okay. We're getting pizza soon. Good. Yeah, I would just be a little bit concerned about maybe not knowing what the condition of those pieces are exactly. Other than that, in general, I'm a student living in Denmark. I currently don't have a lot of time for BrickLink, but I'll do my best to ship orders as fast as possible. I think that's fair. It makes it personable in terms of like saying who you are and stuff. I like that personally. And I would just say, instead of I'll do my best, I would say
order timing may fluctuate with schoolwork.
Yeah, something like that.
Something personable. Like, people are a lot more forgiving about these things if you manage to make them humorous. Like, if you say, I'm a student studying X field, and as I'm sure you know, I have lots of homework. Please be patient and understand that I may not be able to pack orders every day, or something.
I mean, I just wouldn't
that.
make it sound like an excuse either.
Yeah.
Don't go too crazy with it. But if you want to leave that, that's totally fine, I think. Here's your shipping policy. It's nicely laid out in charts, which I think totally looks good. very clear, no tracking if you want with tracking and insurance. Very nice in terms of like how much it weighs and all that kind of stuff. Looks really good. European Union countries, tracking and insurance laid out exactly the same way. It looks totally great. The only thing in my mind I think up here that looks a little weird is just the beginning. But based on, I mean, the rest of this, you know, Danish orders ships to pretty much everywhere, it appears. Ship to a lot of places, which is cool. Shipping methods. Yeah, I mean, other than that, it looks totally fine. I would just say maybe adjust a few of the wording up here at the top. And yeah, you're running 30% off for the rest of March. I assume that's 30% off the past, oh sorry, I wasn't even showing the screen there. I assume that's 30% off the past 6-month sales average. If that's the case, I think you're totally fine and you're good on that. And I would just say, because you do have 100% praise, which is perfect. So if you look at this, some of your praise and stuff here, you got 36 positive feedback in the past 6 months. That's really good. If we look at this real quick, everything's perfect. Good communication, fast delivery, great seller, great bricks, super good, very satisfied. Sorry, super god, actually. Some of this is not in English. But like, yeah, it looks good. Obviously, you have positive feedback and stuff. I would just say the thing you're going to want to do is get this piece count and lot count up. But you can see 2,134 people have visited your page, and of that, 78 have placed an order. Or to an extent, that's not exactly how it works, but overall, pretty good. I would say don't be upset at 78 orders over the past 6 months with a 2,000 lot store. I think that's totally reasonable. Just more lots and more lots and more pieces, and that's what's going to grow your store. And then obviously you're running a sale. I would expect you to get some sales or some orders for sure. Definitely. Soulflame says it takes 1 to 2 years before a business is running as it should, so I'm assuming it's the same for a BrickLink store. Depends how you treat it, I think.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to think how to phrase this without any numbers. We're a year in, and if Evan was not paying back his original investment, I would say that we would technically be making a profit. I don't want to go into numbers or anything, but so a year in, we are making a profit, but we had a pretty high initial investment in comparison to a lot of people. A lot of people basically start with their collection. We definitely wanted to run it like a business from the beginning. So I think the fact that we were willing to put in basically a full-time job to do this, I mean, we haven't really been working full-time for a year, but I would say close to, with occasional lapses.
Yeah. Recently, for sure, though.
Yeah, and that is definitely what's allowed us to do this. But we're also 3 people. So if it was just yourself, maybe a year you would not be able to process as much Lego as we can, even if you put in the same investment as we did, simply because, there's 3 of us to come in and do stuff. So, yeah, that would be my opinion on it. But obviously, there was definitely an increase originally from COVID for a little bit. I think we did mention that. There have been a couple things that have definitely boosted and slowed down. So, also the YouTube channel, you might not have a YouTube channel. So I would say the YouTube channel definitely helps with sales. Yeah. So yeah, maybe 2 years before the business, if you're starting, I would say that's probably safe. If you're ignoring all the good things that have happened to us. Yeah,
they usually say, I think, that your business in general, for the first year or 2, or maybe 3, I can't remember if it's up to 3, you usually don't make a profit. You're usually losing money for the first few years. And that's because you're paying back all your initial investments and stuff. So again, if you want to look at BrickLink as a business, and the truth there is, I would say BrickLink itself, don't look at BrickLink alone as a business. You need to look at your brand as a business. So when we talk about how we can expand and all these things, we're not talking about BrickLink. We're talking about Just a Brick in the Bucket. How can Just a Brick in the Bucket grow and be a better, business and all that kind of stuff? Because we have the concern of let's be honest, what happens if BrickLink shuts down in 2 weeks? There's a lot of people who will be, out of luck or messed or
financially
right, it'll be difficult ruined. Because BrickLink might, or the BrickLink platform might allow for them to have some additional income. That's the case for us 100%. Now, the key there is BrickLink and BrickOwl will need to shut down. Not that BrickOwl has super high sales, but truth is if BrickOwl shuts down, it's going to make a dent in our thing as well because now only BrickLink.
But
So
the other thing is, I mean, this is a hypothetical situation, but if BrickLink shut down, everyone would go to Brick Owl. So,
correct, yeah. But yeah, so like for us, we definitely want to treat it as a business, and that's how we're looking at it. So if we're not making profit right away, not a problem, because the truth is the numbers that we're seeing right now, the projections show that we'll have profit. Well, I mean, we are making profit right now.
If we were not, well, I don't know, is it profit if you're paying off?
It's technically
debt?
not. No, it's not a profit, but it costs us less to run the store than we're making. So we're making more money than it costs to run the store and continue growing, which is exactly what you want. So
yeah.
Okay, awesome. I'm honored other people use my term. Oh wait, Nikolai says thank you for the great feedback. I will think about the changes. And Ben, I've looked around yours and other stores for inspiration, so that might be some of yours. Ben says awesome. I'm honored other people use my terms as they thought they were good. Hope the stores go well. Hope your store goes well. Also, Brick Scout 2. Always Brick Scout 2.
I assume that's another brick.
Is that
marketplace.
another
I
marketplace?
wrote it down so we could
Interesting.
check later.
I feel like I might have heard of Brick Scout, but I'm not sure. All right. Well, I think. Did you get through much today?
I got through white.
All the white.
Which
That's
was
most
the biggest
of it, I guess,
category.
so. Life Bricks, you're amazing. Another super chat.
Thank you so
$10
much.
super chat. Really appreciate the help, guys. Fixed up the splash, and hopefully that instant checkout is figured out right. Going to give it a week and see if everything feels right.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Question for those of you that have done super chats. Does it give you like because I noticed a lot of people do like $9.99. Are you typing in $9.99 or does it give you like
It's
options?
like I think on the phone it's a slider. And you can slide. I think you can type it too, but I'm pretty sure it's a slider.
Okay. Like I'm just curious because like that seems like a pre-generated number.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in. Ben says alternative to BrickLink and Brick Owl seems to be a German-based thing. Interesting. We might need to look into that, though. If it's only German or something. There's a few present amounts. Cool. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hopefully you all enjoyed this.
Thank you to everyone who gave us a super chat.
Oh, yes. We got a huge super chat today. 50.
You scrolled past it.
€50 super chat working on from Thomas. Thomas, if you're still here, thank you so much. Life Brick Studios, thank you for your super chats. And thank you for everyone watching. What's that?
Any updates in regard to Patreon?
Yeah.
So we are currently March and April. We're not charging anyone who is already a patron. I recommend you do not join right now because how Patreon works, it will charge you anyway if you sign up now. But we are giving everyone who's currently signed up 2 months for free while we try and figure out what it is that we want to do. Because it's not right to make you guys pay when there's no content. But there is content in the pipeline. Both of us are recording things. A lot of it seems to more be like slice of life type stuff.
Yeah.
But so there's going to be stuff like that. We're also just floating around other ideas. There is a Discord chat. There's a Discord chat which is unique to those of you who are patrons. Those of you that are already patrons, we'd love to hear suggestions about what it is that you want to see. Those of you that aren't, we would love to hear what it is that you would want. What would make you become a patron, or what do you think it would be good for that? So yeah, that's the kind of update we can give. Stuff is in the pipeline, and just hold tight. You're getting free stuff for now.
Yeah, so thank you for those of you who are patrons, and thank you all for watching. And I think that's going to be it. So we will see you all in the next stream or in Monday's video, which I don't know what that is yet, but we'll figure it out soon.
We'll see.
All right, have a good one, everyone.